Here we go. There I am. Whoops. Turn around. Okay. As usual, it's a very sunny day, and I have a major glare going on my screen here for sure. Let's see the destinations. Da, 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 da. Get rid of that. All right, now I can see better. Okay, so I've been live for a couple of seconds. Hey, hey, nobody's out there. That's weird, but okay. Luckily, you can see this after the fact always. Always see this after the fact. So, technology, gotta love it. My watch, it's buzzing me, it's vibrating my wrist to tell me that I'm live on YouTube. So, that's good to know. Facebook's probably messing up again, and I don't know what's going on with X, but I don't know. I those are the streams that are going out. Those where the streams are going simultaneously. Ooh, oh, is there an ant on my leg? Um, Simultaneously to Twitter or X as it's known now, X and Facebook, my profile page, and also my Bay Lady page, and to YouTube. So hopefully lots of folks will get to see this. Yes, hopefully. So anyway, there is a chat. Let's see, but not everyone can access it. The chat is available if you are watching on Facebook or YouTube. You can, ask questions, chat with each other. However, for one small little glitch, Facebook can't see YouTube's chats, and YouTube can't see Facebook chats. So, just so you know. Hey, Sarah, how are you? Is it nice where you are today? Oh my gosh, we have a beautiful day today. Bright sunshine, um, not too hot yet, and a beautiful breeze and lower humidity still. Ever since that big old storm came rolling through, our humidity has dropped quite a bit, which is wonderful for Maryland in August. Oh my goodness. Maryland weather, summer weather in August is described with three H's, the three H's: hazy, hot, and humid, right? So, okay, I can barely see the screen. Oh, there we go, because the sun's coming up over the building in whose shadow I am hiding. So I can at least get going and see what I am doing. So, okay, let's rock. So, I am Sharon Schultz, also known as the Bay Lady. I love where I live. It's in the Chesapeake Bay area of Maryland. Lots of things to do, lots of places to see. Really a lovely, fun place. So, I will be bringing you videos, live streams from a variety of places. Never know where I'm going to turn up, really. So today we're at what? McHenry. Tomorrow we may be somewhere else. It just depends. My tours are totally tip financed or controlled by tips. That's the only money that I get. Okay. It is going to be 85 degrees Fahrenheit here today. But anyway, so your tips are greatly appreciated, obviously, and you can do that by visiting my page at Buy Me a Coffee. You'll find the link to it on YouTube and on Facebook. So that would be greatly appreciated. So we are at Fort McHenry. And this fort has been standing since the late 1700s. Baltimore was first occupied in the 1700s. It was discovered by Captain John Smith, the same one who hung with Pocahontas down in Jamestown, Virginia, right? He was exploring one day and found the Chesapeake Bay and followed it and found the Patapsco River, and lo and behold, he found a harbor, and that would be Baltimore Harbor. So over the years, then they built a fort. They needed to have defenses. So it was never more important or relevant than during the War of 1812. The War of 1812 began because we wanted to get out from under British rule. We wanted to separate from Britain. And of course, they didn't want that. They did not like that at all. So for a couple of years, a war raged between UK troops and American troops being fought here on American soil. So in 1814, the fall, the British began getting really aggressive, and they, first of all, won the Battle of Bladensburg. Now, the Battle of Bladensburg is important because it's situated right in front of Washington, D.C., which was, of course, the Union capital. Well, the British, they won the Battle of Bladensburg, defeated the federal troops, and then went on to burn Washington. They burned Washington, D.C. to the ground, okay, sadly. But once they finished that, it got them really their momentum going. So once they took Washington down, their attention focused on Baltimore. Okay, so eventually in September of 1814, the Battle of Baltimore occurred. That is when the British Navy and land troops came and were bombarding Fort McHenry. They were under shell for, oh my God, hours and hours. And Fort McHenry just kept on hitting back. And meanwhile, the land troops had landed across the river at North Point. The Battle of Baltimore is also called the Battle of North Point. Um, North Point was the area where the British landed their troops. And the goal was to circle around and get Baltimore, come in by the back door, while the naval ships kept the front door busy, which was Fort McHenry. So luckily it didn't work. It was all foiled, and we remained strong, and we won the war. So that is the significance of Fort McHenry. Now, while this big bombardment was going on, um, there was a neutral ship out there, and on board happened to be a poet by the name of Francis Scott Key. Well, he wrote about what he saw that night when the federal ships were blasting Fort McHenry. Um, some of the lines of the poem are, strictly about that. Bombs bursting in air, they through the night that the flag was still there, and et cetera, et cetera. And eventually it became our national anthem. So I'm going to turn this boat around. Now I'm going to take the camera off me and come on. Hey, take the camera off myself and turn it around so you can see what I see. All right. There you go. Okay. There's your first look at the entrance to Fort McHenry. Notice the flag. Okay. Now, the flag has 13 stripes that it's always had, but the stars changed as new states and territories were added. So that's why there's so few stars up there, because they represent how many states were part of the nation at the time of the War of 1812. So significant there. We can go in this building here. You can see the outside of the fort. It's shaped like a star, 5 corners. Okay, I don't know if this is going to continue to be a signal down here. Okay, but let's go investigate, right? All right, down we go. It's almost like going into a cave. I believe this is where they kept ammunition for the fort. Oh, yeah, this was a magazine. It's dark. These little nooks and crannies and stuff. Okay, all right. So this is from the Civil War. Let's see, several cannons were mounted above, and they had 1,000 rounds of ammunition that they stored here for each gun. Okay, well, that was pretty clever. Okay, and oh, here we go. Up there. This is an interesting piece of architecture. Okay. All right, let's go on inside the fort. Back out into the sunshine. I'm not complaining. We know what the alternative is, rain. And we've had way too much of that recently. There you go, the beautiful flag. They have flag ceremonies here where they raise and they lower it. Pretty interesting. Oh, what's this? Bomb proofs. Okay. That's another dark hole down there. Hey, Ronnie Lynn, what's up? Glad you could join us. Really? Check this out. Bomb proofs. Ooh. Okay.
Morning.
Good morning. How are you? Okay, so here you get your first look at the inside of the fort. It's got what, four buildings and that big old magazine over there. Oops, and there's the flag. Check it out. Okay, let's look. Let's see. Okay. We can check out the buildings and see how they lived, what the conditions are, right? And the great thing about this is that if you're not watching it live, it's okay, because you can catch up on YouTube or Facebook or X, any one of those pages of mine. Oh, wow, look at it. It looks so sparse, right? Now, across the water, That would be North Point. It's a park now. Fort Howard is over there now as well. Huh. Huh. It doesn't look that big in the middle once you're out there, does it? Huh. Okay, so what is this? Some kind of bed, I guess. Yeah. And they have their beds tilted up like that. Nice pot-belly stove. There's a desk. Ooh, does it? Look at that. And a gun rack. Muskets, I bet. Let's see. Harper's Weekly. Mm-hmm. Okay, apparently during the Civil War, this was a prison camp. Huh. They imprisoned over 250 people here for being alleged Southern sympathizers. Hmm. Some of those imprisoned were transferred to more secure forts north, where others were released after only days of confinement. Hmm. Wow, interesting. Hmm. Here's a spy. Let's see. He was supposed to be executed, but he wasn't, thanks to Lincoln, who apparently got some blowback on that. Um, Gee, here's a couple of several. There's like three skinny cells. Okay, so I'm guessing this is probably the provost marshal's office. Okay. I'm guessing those are barrels of water. Look at the landscape here. We'll go up there later on. That's where the guns are, and some spectacular views of the harbor, um, also of the Key Bridge, which I assume you know was destroyed when it was hit by a cargo ship. Well, this is a um, rather large room. Okay. Hmm. There's a picture of bombardment of Fort McHenry. Local residents saved Fort McHenry. Huh. This is later years politics. This is what we're listening to. Oh, look at all the Navy sailors. Huh.
During the month, we had the following visitors. Ted Smith, formerly of Shenandoah.
Oh, look at the barracks.
Bruno Lazare, formerly with control at the count section.
Wow. It's a lot of snoring going on, right? Okay, these jawbones. Okay, there was a hospital here during World War One, and it became a notable, a famous surgical center. Okay, and this is some of the work that they did, repairing shattered jaws, like from you know. Being shot in the face. They were expert at reconstructing. Okay, so the Great War General Hospital number 2, 1917 to 1923, was a 3,000 bed hospital. 3,000 beds. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, okay. It was the largest, one of the largest military hospitals in the nation. A staff of 1,000 doctors, nurses, medical corpsmen, and aides. Wow. Okay. During the Civil War, Union forces confined over 2,000 prisoners of state here at Fort McHenry. One of them was Francis Key Howard, the grandson of Francis Scott Key. He was arrested for his editorials in a newspaper called the Baltimore Daily Exchange. Very interesting indeed. Wow. Eyewitnesses to the bombardment. Okay, that's a painting that somebody did. Watercolors. Okay, yeah. Here's the fort. Humming Star-Spangled Banner. Huh. It's a shame. It's a shame I haven't figured out how to put music to this. Boy, I could make it really, patriotic here. But a techie, I am not. Okay, so there's the stairs. I love those stairs that kind of turn. The museum I belong to has a staircases more narrow than that, really. Okay.
Okay, if you're still a little bit, you
Okay, next. Okay. Here's the Battle of North Point I mentioned earlier. Okay, so it was before they started bombing the fort that the land troops went in there, and they didn't succeed. That was good, right? Look at this cannon.
Would assist the army to break the stalemate. They hoped to land and attack the fort and the other harbor defenses, while British soldiers with fixed bayonets stormed Hampstead Hill. Under the cover of darkness, British Marines and sailors in longboats rowed with muffled oars up the ferry bridge past Fort McHenry. Their attempt failed. In the stormy weather, many of the longboats became lost and returned to the ships. Cannon fire from 4 batteries caught others in the water. On land, the British commanders canceled the bayonet attack and ordered a withdrawal. The Battle of Baltimore was over. Standing on the deck of a cruise ship returning to Baltimore, Francis Scott Key saw his country's flag flying over Fort McHenry. Baltimore had been saved.
Well, that was interesting. Catch the tail end of that. And let's see, I think this is a barracks. Yep, that it is. This would be a barracks. This would be what it looked like. Well, kind of. It doesn't look, well, it doesn't look as good as that picture there, does it? That picture showed individual beds. This one has, oh, stop. How do you do that? Do that. Come on now. Hmm. Okay. All right. I don't know what happened there, but technical difficulties, right? What is that? I don't know. Hmm. Oops. Well, we've got table and chairs. There's a painting of the barracks. I don't know how well you can see it. Wooden floors. Look, they have gun racks at the end of each bed. Hmm. Each bed set contained 32 pounds of straw, and they got 2 blankets, one for each. Okay. Okay. Cool.
American Veteran Museum in Baltimore.
This is a nice little horse cart, isn't it? I wonder if they really had it painted blue. I mean, I like it, but it doesn't look very Fordish. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. This one might be about geology, archaeology. Yep, yep, that's exactly. What is this? A mortar shell, the bayonet, fragment, ooh, and a button. Hmm. I know they did some excavations in various places around the fort, as you can see by those pictures, but um, it was never really left to ruin. It always had a use. If it wasn't a fort, then it became a national park and monument. But things found along the way. This fall's pretty interesting. Got a clothespin, medicine bottle, a knee-high orange soda bottle from 1935. Love it. Hmm, pretty cool. Hmm. No horseshoe. Got some rusty knives there. Hmm. Oh, there's a hammerhead. Hmm. Pig bone, I was going to say. Hopefully that would belong to a human being. Okay, this is about the construction of the fort. It's called a cross brace. And let's see where, oh, okay. This was the flagpole. That's the cross brace for the flagpole. Oh, look, there it is. Huh. Oh, that's interesting. Hmm. It was made from the mast of a ship. Here we are looking back at the entrance that we came in. We still, let's see, still have some more buildings to look at. Restrooms. Yay, hey, hey. What's we got back here? Just, okay, the wall of protection. Okay, so they have back stairs that come out the buildings. Oh, look, yeah. Isn't that interesting? So they have second floor exits. Cool, good for them. There's a surveillance camera up there. Okay. Let's see what we have coming up here. A junior officer's quarters. Oh, nice. Yeah, he's very junior. Hmm. He's got a nice table and chairs. Hmm. He's got a bed, fireplace, a little tiny desk. Hmm. There's another bed back there. They must have to share. And here's the little washstand. And a trunk full of things. And a chamber pot. Junior officer. Captain Frederick Evans, the senior junior officer. Let's complicate things. You guys still with me? This is true. This is true. I don't know. The weather here, I think I'd rather be cold sometimes because you can always bundle up. Okay, so this is an arsenal, or what do they call it? Magazine. And they would store gunpowder here. Okay, barrels and barrels of gunpowder. What does it say? Something gunpowder company. I don't know, can't read it. Oh. Okay, that's it. Musket. Hmm. Interesting. That little door up there. A little trap door. I wonder where that little trap door goes. Can we find out? That we can. Oh, look at all these cannons. Wow, here's a whole mess of cannons. Mhm. It must be out there, the door. Got to be up there so you can jump out, I guess. Hmm. Yeah, look at all these things. All rusty. And this is a massive cannonball. Let's see. Oh, the British Navy fired that at us. Oh, my goodness. This is the bombs bursting in air they were talking about. Whoa. Interesting. They have a plaque down here, so figure we look. I guess you can get to it from the other side. These buildings are well kept. Oh, look at these things. These things. They keep the shutters open. Huh. Huh. Another day on duty. Okay. All right, this is hard to squeeze through. Obviously meant to, I'm doing it backwards. Oops. Oh, that is a bed frame. They even tilt it. It's kind of weird. What if you don't want it tilted? And what is this? Shelves? Huh. Hooks for clothes. Guardhouse. Oh, this is the guardhouse. Okay, it's a pretty big one. You can see the shadow of the flag on the grass. Flags blowing. It's definitely a breezy day. Hmm. Fame and sacrifice. Hmm. My goodness, this is a big exhibit. Who was George Armistead? There's a fort that I think I have scheduled for next week, Fort Armistead, for us to go visit. It's a national park right now. Okay, so who are you? We don't know. Let's find out. Okay, this is Major Armistead's desk. Okay. All right. Well, his fort that's named after him is up the road.
Answer.
And I guess this is the little hallway, and I guess they don't want you to go up there, right? Right. Well, that was quite nice. Now, the breeze feels good here, but once we get up on that hill, that's where the hazy, hot, and humid part kicks in, unfortunately. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely hot out here. Uh, There's where guns were mounted. There, and there. And here's a backward look.
As you survey the Patapsco, Chesapeake.
Dawn's really light. Whoa.
So look at the bow of
Phew.
that ship. Yeah.
Whoa, guys. Can you see this? This is awesome.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's right there.
Look at these guns. Zowie, wowie.
There is a lighthouse there.
I don't know if you can see way off in the distance where the Key Bridge used to be. You can see the ramps on either side going up to the bridge, but it's gone. They've removed a lot of it. Okay. And there, more guns. More guns. Oh, look at the size of those cannonballs. It's like the ones that, like the one we saw inside. And over here, you can see all the industry. Baltimore is an important industrial center, shipping, and shipbuilding, and also seafood is a good, I don't know, good for the economy. They got guns way over there too. They've got them the whole way, like it's totally covered, right? And there's some smaller guns down there. And then there's another big gun right there. And there you have some of Baltimore's harbor.
But it's, I call it Navy gray.
You can see the highway over there, the interstate across the water.
Coast Guard is kind of creative.
Interesting, yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
But the gray is US Navy.
Those guns are amazing, right?
That I'm not sure.
Is that the,
And looking back this way, you kind of see Baltimore. This is an industrial area, actually. So let's
for Baltimore County.
Let's go down this way.
Basically, if you look south, it's the mouth of the Patapsco as it moves into the Chesapeake Bay.
Here's my shadow.
So those are the barracks, right?
Okay. All right. There. All right, let's see here. Yeah, this is a pretty busy fort. Pretty historic, really. There are, let's see, one, two, three more forts along the Patapsco River. One across the harbor there, that would be Fort Howard. It's a park. It used to have oh my goodness, an amazing veterans hospital. I think it's still there, but I don't think it's in use as much as it once was. And then you've got Fort Carroll, which is an island out in the middle of nowhere with tunnels running to the mainland, to Fort Armistead, where they have gun batteries and things like that. And that became a park as well. And then just a little bit further down is Fort Smallwood. Never saw any action. It was built during this, or either before or after the Spanish-American War, which was in the 1890s. I'm trying to remember. So there's the entrance. There's where we were. Beautiful grounds here too. I mean, they really have made it a nice park for sure. It's a national monument. There is an admission to get in, but it's worth it. I wish I could see a little bit better. I can't read the chat yet, but I will. I'll find some shade at some point. There's some boats over there, cargo. Well, I don't know. They're some kind of commercial boats. I don't know what they are. Fort, the other forts I was talking about are up the river there. Actually, you can see Fort Carroll, the one that's an island in the middle of the river. It's that lump that you see between the two spans of the Key Bridge. There's those smaller guns. Oh yeah, they just shoot right out of those openings. Those are naval ships across the river there. And like I said, this grass is so lush. It's so nice here. Nice area, picnics for families and such, right? Here we go, looking back at the fort. It's beautiful how it's shaped as the star of the five sides. Pretty phenomenal. Now this is going to, oh, here's about the vast hospital that once stood here. Oh, and the barracks look a lot different, don't they? Huh. A lot of these barracks, I think, in the hospital, I think were outside the walls of the fort. Like this ground, this land all around here, I'm sure was put to good use. Because it looks much bigger in some of the photos and drawings than it is when you walk in there. Coming up on some shade. I don't know if you can see, but there's a nice shady area with trees. Look, there's a family laying a blanket for a picnic. They got their dog, mama and kids. I would be doing just that if my kids were, when my kids were little, I was doing that actually. There's picnic tables down there. And looks like a pier too. Very nice. Oh, breeze. Oh, I'm just getting a wonderful breeze right now, and I'm about to walk into some shade. Oh, cool. Thank goodness for the shade. Hey, guys. All right, what y'all been talking about? Oh, yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It is nice, isn't it? It's so full of history. So full of history. Okay. Well, I am going to take a sit down right here on this nice shady bench. And that's the visitor center that you're looking at. Inside, they have a nice gift shop. They have an exhibit room. Oh, and they have a theater where they show a film, short film telling you all about Fort McHenry and its history and such. It's pretty cool. So, and there you have the water. It's just so nice, so pretty. Okay, I am going to turn this around here. Let's see. That was fun, actually. It was fun walking around and looking at all of that. I've been here before, but not not recently. So good times. Well, folks. Um, okay, so I'm going to leave you here actually, and I am on my way to Lewis, Delaware. I'm going to the beach for the next few days. I may do a live stream from one of the Delaware beaches while I'm there. I'm there till Friday. So it'll be on my Facebook page or YouTube. So so you won't miss it hopefully. And yeah, so it should be fun. So I am off. I hope you enjoyed it. Those of you that are going to be watching it later, you can still access Buy Me a Coffee, and your donations are greatly appreciated. So you guys are welcome. I am off to the beach. Yes, I am. See you later. Take care, everybody. Bye.